Now once you are done with title, let's add more things to the page. Now let's work on the body section of the page. For now I am leaving the header part. So header includes everything starting from the logo to the link and the image. So let's ignore first these three things and directly jump to blog and its content. Now in blog content, the first and foremost content is blog heading. So let's quickly add blog heading. Now under main, let's say blog heading. Let me just quickly copy paste the heading here and try refreshing the page so I can see the heading here, right? But this is not actually a heading, this is a normal text. Now I want that heading obviously should be bold and stronger. So if you have to make that to indicate that this part or this piece of text is the heading, you can use heading tag. So H1 opening and closing, opening heading tag and closing heading tag, and save it. And now load the page again. Now as you can see, this is bold and obviously bigger in text, and this is a heading. So now we used H1 here. There are actually in total 6 different headings tags starting from H1 to H6. H1 being the most important heading tag. Most important means obviously it will be bold and bigger, and H6 being least important heading tag. So if I just have to try an experiment here, if I want H2, this is the second heading tag, and save it and load the page. So see, there is a decrease in size. Similarly, if you decrease it further, let's say we try H4, then the difference will be significant. So these are different heading tags starting from H1 to H6. You can obviously decide which one to use based on the requirement. This is the heading tag. Okay, so obviously let me just change it back to H1 because I want to use H1 here. Save and refresh the page. So this is the heading. So the heading for our page is sorted. So we have heading. For now I am ignoring the image and focusing on the content text. So in this session we will be focusing on the textual part. So let's quickly focus on the text. We'll learn definitely how to add image later, but for now let's just focus on the text. So blog image is something that I'm skipping for now. Blog content. Now within blog content I have these paragraphs. So let me quickly copy paste it, and under blog content just quickly copy paste these 2 paragraphs. So if you want to see them clear, let me reduce the size. So these are the blog paragraphs that we want to add. So I've just pasted them. So save it, load the page, and let's see how do they appear. Now I actually pasted 2 paragraphs, but from what I can see is here is a single paragraph. That means ideally the paragraph starting from however, this should have started in the new line as a separate paragraph, but currently this is just one single line, correct? So there is a catch here. Now let's say instead of 1 enter in the source code that I have, I press 2 enters and save it and load again. So the enters in the text actually in the source code text I should say doesn't really reflect in the web page that you see. But then if we want to do it, if we want that the enter should appear, however should start from the next line, then how can we do that? Now in order to let us do that, you don't have to actually press enter in the source code, but we would need a tag to help us do that. And the tag that we will use is the break tag. Now break tag is used to break the line. So the current line will be broken and next content will start in the next line. Now break is a different type of tags from the kind of tags we have studied till now. So the tags we studied till now were paired. So the tags we studied like head, body, we saw title, right? All these tags are paired tags. Now by paired tags I mean if you have an opening head tag, then you have a closing head tag as well. If you have an opening body tag, you have a closing body tag as well, and same is the case with title. But break is not a paired tag, it's a single tag. Now by single you simply mean that you just have to write break. there is no closing break tag corresponding to this break tag. So it's a single tag. So just write this BR, save and run. So let me quickly just save this, save and reload the page. So now as we can see that the line starting from however is actually starting in the next line. So this is the text we have. Now there is actually another tag called paragraph tag. See, right now what we have done is we have just copy pasted the complete content from one page to the other. But if you just focus, these two actually appear as different paragraphs. If I'll go back and show you, see, this is paragraph 1, this is paragraph 2. So we have a paragraph tag which semantically makes more sense to you. So whenever you have paragraphs to deal with, ideally what we should do is we should enclose them with the paragraph tag, and paragraph tag is just the p tag. So opening p tag and closing p tag to do this. Similarly, however line from however onwards should be enclosed within a paragraph tag. Why are we actually using paragraph tag? Although we were able to achieve the same stuff without using paragraph tag. See, we want to semantically group logical lines into one section. So it makes sense that we group all the lines belonging to one paragraph under the paragraph tag, so that later on when we learn CSS and we want to apply different styles to one complete paragraph, we are able to do that. So I am enclosing one complete unit, one complete paragraph within a paragraph tag. Now in order to write paragraph tag, you have opening paragraph tag and a closing paragraph tag. Now you don't need break actually. So two paragraphs will start in two different lines. So you don't have to worry about entering or maybe placing an enter between them. So you don't have to do that. Just enclose them within a paragraph tag. And now if I load this, see, they appear more cleaner. Right, so cleaner than actually having two breaks, one break there. So paragraph tags logically groups line together. So this was the paragraph tag. Now the way actually HTML doesn't recognize multiple enters in the source code. So even though we have multiple enters in the source code, they will not show up on the web page. Similarly, HTML doesn't actually recognize multiple spaces in the source code. For example, let's just focus on don't you, this word. Right, so there are two words, don't and you. Let me in the source code place multiple spaces between don't and you and save it and load it. Now when you see, the change in page is not there. That means the two words have not been separated by multiple spaces. So I am not able to add multiple spaces between these two because they don't show up. Source code may, however, we have multiple spaces, but they don't show up in the actual page. So what can we do that? If we have a scenario that we want to add multiple spaces, so for that case, we will have to use ampersand NBSP. So ampersand NBSP, let me just do this and load it. So ampersand NBSP means no break space. So in order to help HTML place a space between two words, we will have to use ampersand NBSP. So if you want to have more than one spaces between two words, you would need ampersand NBSP. Now if you want two spaces, then two ampersand NBSPs. Right? Just adding more spaces in the text code, in the source code, is not going to help. You will have to add more NBSPs if you want two words to be more than a space apart. So if I'll refresh, see, the difference between them is actually increasing. They are widening. It is widening. So NBSP is something which is important. Okay. So let me just give a quick recap of what we learned in this session. So starting from the first I should say title of the page, we learned how to set the title of the page. We were able to set the title of the page. Now in order to set the title, we use title tag within the head tag. So title is part of metadata. So after the title, we learned about headings. So headings in HTML range from H1 to H6, from the most important to the least important. So H1 tag for H1 heading, H2 tag for H2 heading. Next that we learned was break. So in order to separate, I should say, enter break between two lines, you will have to use break. Now break is a special tag. It's a single tag and not a paired tag. Paired tags are the ones which exist in pairs. Single tag don't have a closing tag. Now post the pair tag, we learnt about the paragraphs. So whatever lines that belong to one paragraph, it makes sense to group them under the paragraph tag, so that later when we learn CSS, we are able to apply all the styles to one complete paragraph. So paragraph tag, break, and if you want to add multiple spaces between two words, then you will have to use no break space. So the syntax to write this is ampersand NBSP. I hope these points are clear. I'll recommend that you try and use them yourself once in order to get better understanding. Thank you.
For new programming updates and videos, subscribe to Coding Ninjas channel.